Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Hector Arena this afternoon's game between the Lindsay Surge and the Northern Subway Selects. My name is Steve Halliday. I'm the president of the Northern Selects franchise. I welcome you all here this afternoon. First of all, I'd like to thank the Surge for allowing us the opportunity to recognize our three graduating players this year. It's important that we take an opportunity to make sure we acknowledge those players who provided, given the organization so much of a commitment. Our success due in large part to these three players, along with many others who have graduated over the years. Today we recognize our three 2026 graduates. These players have contributed so much to our culture, and we want to recognize them for that dedication. They played together, all three players, for the last 5 seasons. Carly and Kate played together every season since they were 6 years old. Together they've logged thousands of kilometers, never missing a practice or a team function. These three players have won provincial titles, Atlantic championships, along with a trip to the national championship, the SO Cup. All, I'm sure, for them will be extremely special moments that they can reminisce about over the years as they move along. So number 17, Carly Boyle. Carly played her early minor hockey with the Indianapolis Bulldogs and later went on to the Quad County Whitecaps. Carly joined the Selects in the 2023-24 season and helped the team to provincial and Atlantic championships. Her game is defined by the word grit. She never shies away from a battle. This year she was appointed as an assistant captain and leads by example both on and off the ice. Next year, Carly's moving on to obtain a degree at St. Rex. Congratulations and thank you, Carly. Next we have number 11, Kate Morrow. Kate also played her early minor hockey with the Bulldogs, and later she went on with the Whitecaps as well. Kate joined the Selects in the 23-24 season and helped the team both to a provincial and Atlantic championship. Scored a huge goal in the Atlantic championship game. She also picked up the nickname Katie for the first time in her life because Craig just didn't keep Kate in his head. Or maybe it wasn't Kate, it was wrong. Either way, she became Katie as part of the team. She was also appointed an assistant captain this season, leading by example both on and off the ice, and she too was going to St. Rex where her and Carly might look up. Who knows? Congratulations. Last but not least, Holly Rose McLean. Holly Rose is our own captain clutch, and
Hello and welcome to Pictou, Nova Scotia, inside of the wonderful yet freezing Hector Arena for today's presentation of the game between the Northern Subway Selects versus the Lindsay Surge. Not much separates these two teams in the standings as the Selects come in first place and the Surge just 2 spots behind them in third. Should be in for a very entertaining game as it is the Selects' last home game, I believe, as before the game there was a presentation for the 3 graduating players. My name is Ryan MacDonald, and on behalf of all of High Budget Sports, I'd like to thank you for joining us this afternoon for this game, and we'll be back in just a moment when we're ready for puck drop. Welcome back into the Hector. Both teams make their way to the bench, getting ready for this start of the game. In nets for your Northern Subway Selects, it's number 1, Amy Field. And in goal for the visiting Surge, it's number 31, Rebecca LeBlanc. Both teams making some noise now. They are ready to get this game underway. Puck is dropped and it's won back by the Surge. It goes all the way down to LeBlanc. LeBlanc passes it just behind her own net there. It's reversed back. Surge looking to break out. They have it coming up. Robertson gets the puck taken away from her, but quickly picked it up. And it's just dumped into the Select zone, left behind there, the net by Field. Selects look to get it out there. As it's McClellan. Puck's knocked off her stick. Back to the slot. Shot gets knocked away in front. Didn't even make it to the net there. It's the Surge look to get it out. It's dumped right back in. Delayed offside. Gets dumped right back in there by McLean. Surge have it in their own zone. They're coming up. Buffett just chips it into the Select zone. Burris will have to go back and get it. She's coming up with some speed. Burris into the Surge zone. Makes a move. Puck gets knocked away. She still has it. Chips it behind the net. Selects have it at the point. Back down low into the corner. Working with it. Working to the top of the slot. Leaves it there for Burris at the point. Her pass just goes wide but stays in. That puck's chipped into alongside the wall. Back to the point. Grinton dumps it in, and that's going to be covered there by LeBlanc, and that will be our first face-off of the game. And it will be in the offensive zone for the Selects. Not many opportunities so far, as we're just over a minute and a half into this game. The Selects with a lot of possession here. Nothing to come over. Puck's drop. Looking to get it back to the point. It's taken by Robertson. Robertson has it. It's a 2-on-1. Pass just behind the attacker there. And that's going to go wide. There's a battle alongside the boards for it. Selects come out with it. Quickly stolen again, though. It's a Surge look to re-enter the zone. Puck's taken behind the net by the Selects. Reverses behind her own net. Coming up the neutral zone with some speed into the Surge zone. Work it in to the zone, to the net, and a good poke check there by LeBlanc breaks that up as the puck will be dumped right back down. Puck fought for, won by McLean. McLean, one of the captain, one of the 3 graduating players on before today's game, as puck's dumped into the Select zone. It just goes wide of the net and jumped on and covered is by Field. So that will get a stoppage in play. Minimal shots so far, 3 minutes into this one. Fast pace, however. Both teams getting some opportunities. The puck's dropped there, one back to Rossang at the point. Her shot blocked in front, and that's corralled and brought to safety by the Selects as that's dumped all the way down. But that will go on net. LeBlanc has to cover that up as there's no icing, as looked like McIntyre got brought down there, and the Surge bench is loving it. Sorry, it was Tanner who was brought down at the end of that play. Puck's dropped. Body's on the ground. It looks like the Selects come out with it. Richards just throws it behind the Surge net. Surge have it alongside the boards. Battle for it comes out. And that'll go all the way down to the Select zone. They'll have to retreat and pick it back up. Passes wide. Gibbs will go out and play it. Puck stumped out. Robertson gets it knocked off her stick. Tan will just knock it up. Puck in the neutral zone. It's being knocked around. Robertson just throws it on net. Fields stops it, and she's going to cover it for another stoppage in play there. No high quality chances thus far. Couple near misses, however. A stick will have to go to the Surge bench. Broken stick, as hopefully there's still some warranty on that, as the Selects win the face-off. They're taking it into the Surge zone. Making some moves, leaves it to McCaddy alongside the board. She fires that in front, gets knocked away by Gibbs. Gibbs tries to get it out. It's kept in by Burris. Puck's in the corner, coming alongside the boards. Back to the point. Shot from the point. Just tipped wide of the net. Burris just throws it back into the corner. That's going to go all the way around to the other side. Surge pick it up, and they're only able to chip it out as it's corralled by the Selects back in their own zone. McCaddy reverses into the corner, throws it up as the breakout pass isn't handled correctly as his puck just seeps out. It's only able to be knocked over to the far side boards. Poirier picks it up for the Surge. Buffett has it in center ice. She's working in along the far boards, working behind the net, looking for some help. Battle alongside the boards. Puck comes out. Selects puck. Selects coming the other way. Trying to catch the Surge off guard. Not to be there. As some good defense, knocks the puck into the corner. Puck's up against the boards. Puck comes out in front of the net. There's no Selects player there. It's just knocked along out. Poirier gets the puck knocked off her stick. I'll go back into the Select zone. Selects get it out quickly, however. Puck just gets knocked right back in. And that will be icing against the Surge. So that will be an offensive zone draw for the Selects. Not as a new unit for the Surge comes out. So I believe they said that it wasn't icing. Yet they still blew the whistle accidentally, so we'll have a face-off at center ice. Puck's dropped. Won by the Selects. Selects trying to make something happen here. Try to strike first. Working the puck down low. Pass in front. Patted away by LeBlanc there. So Surge look to get it out of danger. Puck just out of the reach there as it's knocked straight back into the Surge zone. Kim will be there to pick it up, however. It's alongside the boards. Shot goes well wide, but the Selects are able to pick it up at the blue line. Puts it back into the corner. They have it behind the net, out in front. Puck's knocked around. Shot, save. Big save by LeBlanc there as the puck still is bouncing around. It hasn't settled down for the last 30 seconds. So it finally gets chipped out of the zone by Kim and just thrown right over Tran's head there. Selects on a little bit of a bad change. They get back though as the Surge try to take advantage of that. Now it's the Selects' turn to go the other way. Working in. Throws it in front, hits a couple skates. It's just sitting there. Eventually, it's kicked away by Kim. And that's going to be chipped down all the way to the Select zone. It looks like it went down for icing, and it is. So there's going to be a very tired Surge group. Surge unit out right now. As the Selects look to take advantage of that. Especially the D pairing there. Tran and Kim have been out for a minute. As the Surge get it. The clearing attempts kept in at the blue line by Connolly. Kim has it. Kim off the boards trying to get it out. It does get out as puck's knocked into the Select zone, but very quickly back out. As there will be a change for the Surge. So some fresh legs on. As the Selects have the puck behind their own net. We've played just 7.5 minutes so far. The shot's 3-1 for the Selects. So they have the puck behind their own net. They cough it up. Surge have it. Puck comes out though. McLean will pick it up, and she's working it up. Couple passes have the puck to the Surge blue line, working their way in are the Selects. Some great defense there. Ties the Selects attacker up on the boards. Battle for it alongside the corner. Mitchell will come out with it. She has it. She just chips it in for Robertson, just a little bit out of her reach. So the puck will go all the way down behind the Selects net. Robertson's battling for it. Chipped off her stick. It's thrown out of the zone by the Selects, but no one there except flurry of Surge bodies. The outlet pass does not work as Lackey was taken down. His puck's bounced around, just dumped right back in. LeBlanc out behind her own net to play it. She just leaves it. As the Surge look to go the other way. Bouncing puck over the defender's stick as she tried to make a pitch there. Centering pass, shot, scores! And quickly the Surge are up 1-0. Nevaeh Robertson getting the first of the afternoon, making it 1-0. As that was just a bouncing puck there, got over the stick of selects defender as she tried to make a pinch at the blue line. And from there was a 2-on-1. Great pass and a great finish there by Robertson. Makes this a 1-0 game. Spurs has it as play resumes. She just dumps it in. LeBlanc behind her net to play it. She just leaves it for Tran. Tran's pass goes a little wide. Shot from the point. Saved by LeBlanc. Another rebound save. LeBlanc keeps her team in the lead. Has a high quality chance there off the rebound, and she shuts the door. Face-off will be to her right. Puck's drop, one back by the Surge. Kim knocks it behind her own net. Pass up. It'll be Poirier. Poirier makes a move, leaves it for McCormick. McCormick fell down as there's a prime opportunity as the Selects defender lost her edge and fell, but McCormick did the same. Surge looking to take advantage of a change. Puck's knocked up there. And it'll be bouncing around. It eventually gets just dumped right into the Surge zone. Mitchell will play it in the corner. Puck's chipped up. It's bouncing around, kicked around in by the center line. It gets just dumped right back in. LeBlanc playing it behind her own net. We'll leave it again. This time a little more difficult. Outlet pass doesn't work. Selects have it. Just throw it right back behind the net. It'll go all the way down to the corner. Surge try again. Off the boards. Hits a weird bounce off the glass. It stays in the zone. Selects putting on some pressure here as they try to even this up. Pass it front. Big save out. Sprawling out and laying down on the puck is LeBlanc to get the stoppage in play. Much to the amusement of the Surge bench as they make their appreciation known. Another face-off to the right of LeBlanc. Puck's dropped one again by the Selects. This time it's taken, however, by the Surge and knocked right back in. Selects have it. Trying to make a move. In the corner. Working with it. Battle alongside the boards, almost behind the net here. Working back up alongside the wall. It's taken by London. London works in. Pass off. Shot. Blocked. Selects will have it. Selects. Odd man rush. 3-on-2. Some good defense forces her out wide into the boards. She goes behind the net. Reverses. Looking for some help. Back to the point. Shot. And hits skates. There's about 5 bodies in a battle for the puck behind the net. Coming out with it is the Surge there as the Selects get a change. London trying to chip a pass. Selects player. It does work, but then she gives up puck to McCaddy, and Burris is going to take it the other way. Burris working in. Shot. Blocked. She didn't get all of that. That was just paddled away there by LeBlanc. Selects still have it inside Surge zone. They just dump it around. Burris there trying to chase after. McCaddy will drop it back to the point. It gets out. Robertson. Robertson already has one. She's going down. Her shot patted away. Rebound just out of the reach. McCaddy will have it the other way. With some speed. Working towards the center. Her shot hits some bodies in front. Just goes wide. LeBlanc a little bit out of position. She's able to get back to her spot. Pass goes across the rink to Robertson. Robertson just chips it in to the Select zone. So they look to get it out. And they cough up the puck by their own blue line. Retreating back is the Surge. They try to play it in. It's just taken quickly. It's going the other way again. Neither team has really been able to set up so far in the first 13 minutes of this game. Puck's bouncing around. Buffett loses it. Gets knocked right back in. It's behind the net. Chasing after it is Chisholm. Chisholm has it in her skates. Knocked off her stick. Wrapped around. It'll be kept in at the blue line. The Surge get it up to Poirier. Poirier gets the puck knocked off her stick alongside the Select's blue line. McLean loses the puck, gets dumped right back in and field out to play it behind her net. She leaves it there. Select's looking to get something going here in the second half of the first period. Working their way in. What a move. Shot goes well wide. McCaddy able to pick it. Sorry. That was McDonald able to pick it back up. Her shot goes off her head. Hope she's okay as the puck goes back into the corner. Surge trying to get it out once again. Robertson, the lone goal scorer, gets the puck taken off her stick. Mitchell, however, takes it, passes it up. It's knocked up, and that looks like it'll be an icing. Icing's waved off, as she must have just crossed the center line there. Surge have it deep in Select territory. Puck gets knocked off the stick. Select's going the other way. Like I said, very back and forth so far this period. Select's shot, backhand shot, just goes wide of LeBlanc there. The puck gets knocked up to the blue line. Shot from the point is blocked. McCaddy will have it alongside the penalty boxes. McCaddy just chips it into the Surge zone. LeBlanc stops it behind her own net. Robertson loses the puck. Back in the zone are the Surge. Looking to try to get some outlet going. Get out of their zone. And that's going to get out, but it's knocked right back in, so that's an offside. That will finally get a stoppage in play. 5:17 remaining in this period. A lot of back and forth so far. Not many sustained offensive zone time for either team. And we stand at 1-0. LeBlanc is out behind her own net to leave Kim. Kim gets the puck knocked away. MacArthur has it. Some flying sticks going around as the Surge defender lost her stick. Burst shot just goes wide, almost tipped on net. Pinch at the blue line, gets the puck to McCaddy in the corner. She gets knocked off by Kim. Puck's hammered into the boards. It's the Surge look to get it out. Tran makes a stop. Pass back, and there's a power play, and it looks like it's coming. The penalty's coming to the Selects, and that it is. It's going to be McCaddy going to the box. It looks like for a boarding call. So the Surge already up 1-0 here in the late stages of the first period. Get the first power play of the game, looking to make it count. Extend this lead into the intermission. Puck's dropped. Tied up. One back by the Surge. Back to the point. It's a battle for it alongside the blue line. They keep it in. Working in. Shot. Hits some shin pads. It's kept in, however. Once again. Oh, toe drag. Couldn't hang on to it, though, and get the shot off. Puck shipped up to the blue line. Once again, great effort there by the Surge to keep it in. The pass out front just goes wide. Battle for alongside the boards. And that looks like it's going to be a penalty towards the Surge, and we're going to be on even strength here in a minute. So the puck goes all the way down. And we will be 4-on-4 for the next minute 18. It looks like it's going to be Danica Joseph going to the box for the Surge. Make this 4-on-4 for at least a little bit. A little more ice out there for the girls here. This puck's dropped and immediately blown dead. So McLean is kicked out of the face-off circle. And MacArthur will go in for the Selects. Surge wins it. It's a body contact penalty for Joseph. Puck goes behind the net. Picked up by the Surge. Surge just chip it out. Goes all the way down to the Select zone. They'll have to regroup. Pass just out of the reach of MacArthur. Rossong will pick it up. She loses it. McLean's shot just goes wide, and that's not who you want to give the puck up to in that spot. With the surge, take it back, and they're going the other way. Pass to Robertson. Robertson gets the puck knocked off her stick. It'll be picked up by the Selects behind their own net. Reverse back again behind their own net. Pass just goes out of the reach, and the Surge will pick it up, and Mitchell just dumps it into the Select zone. There's 18 minutes left on this 4-on-4. MacArthur makes a move by the blue line. She just dumps it in. Picked up once again by the Surge. Pass for Buffett just out of her reach. Burrs picks it up. Burrs, she has some speed. She works in, and that's going to be blown offside. 2 seconds left on this 4-on-4. Then it's going to be 42 seconds of a power play for the Selects. The Selects look to put on 4 of the 5 of their power play 1 unit. Richards is out there with McLean. Burris and McIntyre. Puck's dropped. One back by the Select, so they have the power play now. Richards has it. Richards passes it to McLean. McLean tries to chip it past the defender. Can't get it. Knocked out of the zone. There's 30 seconds left on the power play. Selects can't get it into the zone. Pass back to MacArthur, just off her skates, and chipped out of the zone. Retreating back are the Selects. Pick it up. McIntyre has it in her own zone. McIntyre moving up into Surge territory with it. We are at even strength. Pass back, and the puck goes out of the Surge zone. There's 1:50 left in the first period. McLean just dumps it in, and Selects will get a change. Tran has it behind her own net. The breakout pass to McCormick. McCormick just chips it up. Knocked away by Field. Puck goes up the boards. Surge have it. Tries to get to Tran at the blue line, and that just goes over the line, so Surge will have to retreat as Kim fires one on net from the center line. Richards knocks it away. She'll pick it up and make a move in her own zone. Pass up just through the feet there as Tran retreats back for it. There's going to be no icing, much to the chagrin of the Surge coaches. What a toe drag shot, and what a save by Field there. As what a move that was. A high percentage scoring opportunity there. Field shuts the door. Surge just dump it right back in. 30 seconds left. And some change here in the first. Bat alongside the boards. Bodies flying everywhere. Puck goes around to the far boards. Surge still with it. Try to dump it in. Hit some skates. Selects trying to just kill off the last 18 seconds. Pass goes up. And it just seeps out of the zone. 10 seconds left. Rossong trying to work her way in. She could only just dump it in. Puck behind the net. And that's going to be held against the boards. So that's how the first period ends. After 1 period of play, the Northern Subway Selects 0. They're trailing by 1 to the visiting Surge. Don't go far. We'll be right back after a quick intermission with the second period. Welcome back to the Hector Arena. Zamboni is just doing its finishing touches here on the ice. We're just about ready to get underway for the second period of action here between the visited Surge and the hometown Northern Subway Selects. If you're just joining us, like it says on the scoreboard, it is 1-0 for the Surge. It's an early goal by Devea Robertson. Put them up around the 9-minute mark into the period. Shots for the Surge, in the first period, 6. For the Select, 7. So very tightly contested game so far. Once again, on behalf of all High Budget Sports, my name is Ryan McDonald. Thank you for joining us this afternoon to listen to me talk about hockey and watch some highly competitive hockey here between these two teams. Like I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, just two spots in the standings separating them as the Selects come into today first place, the Surge in third. So lots to be played for here as the season, somehow we're already in the middle of January, so the season's not too much longer. It's before we get to playoffs and for the girls Atlantics, and then hopefully earning the right to play for the SO Cup on behalf of the league. But that's a bit away. We have action here tonight to worry about. We'll be back in just a moment when the Selects come onto the ice so we can start this second period. So the refs making their way onto the ice so we could start this period for the Surge. It looks like McCormick, Poirier, and Buffett start on to start this second period where the Selects will send MacArthur, Vint, and McLean, sorry. We line up for the face-off, won back by the Selects. Sorry, the Surge. So the Surge take the puck, they just dump it into the Selects zone. Taken by the Selects. They'll work it up. It's knocked right back in, however. Selects have it. Surge take it right back. Surge have it in the blue line, dumps it into the zone. McLean with some speed, working into the Surge zone. Puck's knocked off first stick around the slot areas. Puck's dumped right back into the zone. He'd be played behind the net. MacArthur putting some pressure on. McLean just kicks it right back to her. Shot. Pad save by LeBlanc. She holds on to it for the stoppage in play. Face off. One forwards by the Surge, but the Selects will pick it up in the neutral zone. Puck's past her and just knocked into the Surge zone. Knocked towards the middle of the ice. Richard shot. Pad saved by LeBlanc. Keeping this a 1-goal game. Pass over to Tran. Tran's outlet pass miss. It is dumped right back in. LeBlanc just leaves it there. Tran. Her pass misses everything, and that goes all the way down for an icing. Puck's drop. Won by the Selects. Battle forward. Joseph picks it up alongside the boards for the Surge. Kim tries to chip it out. Won't go. Puck's knocked into the corner. Tran tries to poke it out. It's knocked around by the blue line. Eventually gets out, but just knocked right back in by the Selects. Kim will retreat back behind her own net to play it. Looking up. Pass for Joseph, just well ahead of her. McCaddy knocks it right back into the corner. Surge throwing it back up. It gets to the point. Knocked away. Joseph chips it out. Selects quickly, though, are able to just get it right back in. Joseph has it alongside the boards. Her pass connects with Robertson. Robertson working her way in. Puck goes to the net, and it's covered by Field. So there will be a face-off here in the Select zone. Won by the Surge. Shot by McCormick. Goes well wide. Surge taking it out. Tries to chip it up, and it's just knocked right back into the Select zone. McIntyre will have it. McIntyre tries to get it up. It is knocked into the zone. Mitchell playing it for the Surge in the corner. Being batted back and forth in that corner. Eventually comes out. Chipped up. Working with some speed. Shot. Hits a body in front. Doesn't make it towards the net. Centering pass. And that's covered by Field. It held on to. So that'll get us a stoppage of play. So McCormick took a couple whacks at it in front of the net. Offensive zone draw. This time it's won by the Selects in their own defensive zone. Battling for it. It's down. Surge have it down deep. Goes back to the point. Shot from the point. Goes wide. Surge still have it though. Gets it back to Gibbs at the point. Gibbs loses it. It'll be Chisholm. Chisholm passes it up. It's behind the net. Selects trying to have it down deep. They lose it there for a second. The Surge take advantage of that. They'll try to get it out. Puck's knocked down at the blue line. Selects trying to dump it in. Chisholm puts the pressure on. McLean throws it back to the point. Pass is a little too hot there. All they could do is just dump it right back behind the net. Chisholm. MacArthur. MacArthur still with it. Back to the point. Shot. High and wide of the net, but it's kept in there by the Selects. MacArthur back with it. Her shot patted away by LeBlanc. Selects trying to get a groove on here. Shot goes just wide. Selects finding another gear. Puck's chipped out. Burst will get it as soon as she gets on the ice for a change. Select's going to have to try to get back in their own zone. It gets chipped all the way down the ice. Burst giving chase. She picks it up. Her pass off MacArthur's stick, up and out of play, so that'll be a whistle. So that face-off looks like it'll be just outside of the Select zone. Just about 5 minutes into this second period. Surge have survived recently a wave of Select's attack. No pun intended. As here comes the Surge though with an opportunity of their own. Shot goes just high and off the glass behind the net. Richards chips it up. That gets out past Rossong there at the blue line. Puck's knocked away. Richards has it in center ice. She's working into the zone. Working towards the net. Makes a move. Shot. Hits the blocker of LeBlanc. Stays out. And Sangster will have it for the Surge. Moving it up. Taken right back by the Selects. Trying to catch the Surge in a change. Making some moves. Coming in with some speed behind the net. Looking for some help. Centering pass. Just gets knocked away as Tran tries to get it out of the zone. McCaddy's there. Battle alongside the boards. It chipped up. Held in. Great pinch at the blue line as the Selects hold it again and knock it right back into the Surge zone. Selects look like they found a second gear here in the last 3 minutes. Still nothing to show for it though. Kim has the puck behind her own net. She's working it up. Just chips it up into the neutral zone. She plays the puck again. She gets brought down in the Select zone. Puck's lost. McCormick one-timer blocked. That was a prime scoring opportunity as the play gets blown dead. It looks like it'll be an interference call against the Selects, as that's exactly what it is. McIntyre headed to the box for 2 minutes for interference. As the Surge will have their second power play opportunity. The first one they kind of wasted as they took a penalty very quickly into it, as they looked not to do that. Puck goes back to the point. Working in, shot. Goes wide, centering pass. Shot, glove safe by Fields as she kind of scooped that out of midair. As another face-off to the right of her. Puck's dropped. Won by the Surge. Dumped into the corner. Joseph will have it behind the net. Joseph trying to make something happen. Looking for some help. Gets back to Eisner at the point. Puck's knocked down at the point by Richards. Puck trying to get it out. Can't. Select still have it. That eventually gets all the way down. LeBlanc will play it in her own net. Leaving it there for Rossong. Behind the net. Coming up with it. Looking back. Circling back to the blue line. Leaves it to Eisner. Eisner. Working in. Centering pass. What a save! Fields. That hit a couple sticks. Redirected. No one got a clean shot. But Field makes a great save to keep this a 1-goal game. So redirected off a couple sticks there. But a highlight reel save keeps this 1-0 Surge. Puck's fought for in the corner. Just gets out to the blue line. Tran. Centering pass. Shot. Big save by Field again. This power play starting to click here. Another chance out in front, and that's knocked away. And that puck's going to be sent all the way down to LeBlanc on the other side of the rink. She leaves it there. 30 seconds left on the power play. Tran moves it up. Puck's knocked down by MacArthur. MacArthur walking the blue line. She elects to go back. Leave it for Burris. Burris. She dumps it up, and that's going to go all the way down. 10 seconds left on this interference penalty. Tran once again behind her own net. Chance for one more rush on the power play. It's just dumped in, and that's knocked down at the blue line. McLean has it. McLean knocks it up. And that's going to be offside, as that was a great chance there for MacArthur. But she was just a step behind her line mate there, and that's blown dead for the offside. Rogan Vint just half a step in front of her. Puck's dropped, one back by the Selects. Quickly dumped in. LeBlanc out behind her net to play it. Leaves it for Mitchell. Mitchell chips it up the board. Sangster trying to get it out. Looks like it'll stay in. Just barely squeaking out of the zone, actually. Gets just dumped right back in. Mitchell behind her own net to play it. Puck's chipped up. Just out of the reach. Sangster brought down. Puck's behind the Selects net. Selects have it. Reverse. Throws it back the other side. McIntyre giving chase. She chips it up. Held in at the blue line by the Surge. Vint has it. Vint tries to throw it up there for McLean. Just out of her reach. And the puck's just knocked right back into the Select zone. McIntyre. McIntyre giving chase. Pass up to Vint. Vint kicks it out of the zone. But it's very quickly taken by Poirier, who just dumps it right back in. Race for the puck. It's just knocked up to Tran at the blue line. Tran throws it into the corner. Puck's fought for in the corner. Comes back to Tran at the blue line. Slap shot. That's blocked in front. Puck's thrown around back into the corner. Kim, great pinch there. She just throws it right back into the zone. Centering pass, no good. The Surge are all over the Selects at this moment. As Selects are looking dead tired out there. They still have the puck. Centering pass, shot. Big save by Field. That puck's cleared into the corner. Shot again. Big glove save by Field. And the Surge fans making some noise as they appreciate that shift there by their team. Selects win the defensive zone draw. Surge keeps it in. Left for Burst behind her own net. She gets taken down, no call. Surge still have the puck, looking for something behind the net. Battle for it behind the net. Selects come out with the puck. Selects moving it up. Chisholm working up. She just chips it into the corner, works back behind the net. It's still only a one-goal game here, just over halfway through the second period. Surge knocked the puck away. That pass goes well wide of everybody. That looks like it might go down for an icing, and it does. That's an icing against the Surge. Selects with an offensive zone draw. The coaching staff trying to, cheer them on, motivate them. So this game's well within reach, although the Surge have outshot them thus far this period as the puck goes into the corner. The Surge looking to get it out. Chipped up to the blue line. It's knocked right back in. Pass for McCaddy. McCaddy tries center pass. No one there. Picked up alongside the boards. Working into the corner. Battle for it. Puck comes up, gets knocked right back in. Serge looks to clear it out. Doesn't get out again. Third time's the charm, however, as that puck gets out. But it's Burris going the other way. Burris shot. Hits some shin pads as that's blocked. The Surge going the other way. Long stretch pass. Just out of the reach as they have the puck behind the net. Back to Gibbs at the point. Gibbs shot. Goes wide. Redirected. A great save by Fields. Keep this a 1-goal game. Puck behind the net. In the corner. Gets thrown around behind the net all the way to the far boards. Mitchell throws it in behind the net. Finally chipped out McCormick. McCormick just throws it right back into that corner there. McCaddy has alongside the far boards. Her pass intercepted, and that's just chipped in again. Burris has been out for a long time now. Her pass just goes wide, stayed held in at the blue line, dumped all the way in. It's going to go wrap around into the corner. Battle for it. Selects have the puck. They try to get it out. Sangster leaves it for Gibbs. Gibbs just dumps it in. That's going to go all the way around the back of the net. Burris picks it up. Burris reverses again. Throws it back. Partner pass. This is an extremely tired Selects unit on now at this point. McCaddy will pick up the puck by the center line. Dumps it in and gets a change. Surge has it. Behind their own net. Pass kept in by McIntyre at the blue line. She just chips it in behind the net. Vin to the battle behind the net. Puck comes off her stick. Gets chipped out of play. And Sangster and McIntyre foot race for it. McIntyre wins that one by knocking the puck away. McLean will pick it up. McLean trying to go the other way. Makes the girl fall. She works into the zone. Just chips it for herself. Pass. Shot goes off some shin pads. It gets knocked right back in, down deep. McLean has the puck behind the Surge net. Comes out into the corner, back behind the net, McLean. McLean centering pass, just goes past a couple sticks there. And now the Surge will go the other way. Shot on from the blue line, handled by Field. Selects trying to take it out. Partner pass behind their own net. Thrown up there, can't get out. Surge has it, centering pass, shot, goes high and wide. I think that might have hit a stick in front. Iser has it. Just left it in the zone. McIntyre tries to get it out, will not get out, hits up shin pads. Backhand shot just goes wide. Surge are flying now. Back to the point. Partner pass. Rassong. Shot block. Another opportunity, and that's saved and held on to by Field. As Field is keeping her team in this game so far this period. As she's faced 10 shots this period. We still have 4.5 to go. As the DJ's playing some tragically hip here. Puck's dropped, won by the Selects. Burris trying to get the puck out. Eventually does come out, but just out of the reach there of MacArthur. It'll be dumped right back into the Select zone, Select's trying to get it out. MacArthur has it alongside the boards. She uses the glass, chips it up and over. And what a great opportunity here, working in. Vint. Pass out in front, just goes wide. Kept in though by the Selects. Fans on the shot. Surge gonna go the other way. It's a 2-on-2. It's now a 1-on-2. Drop back, slap shot, hit a couple sticks and went fairly wide. Burrs picks it up. Burrs chips it up off the boards. Gibbs just throws it right back. It's tossed into the corner. Field out to play behind her own net. She leaves it there. Burrs picks it up from her. Burst throws it up. Knocked away. There's a collision alongside the boards. There will not be a call there, as it looks like it was coincidental. Working in, McCormick shot. Hit a player in front, went into the corner. Surge have it behind in the corner now. Shot in front, Sangster, big save by Field. First tries to get it out alongside those far boards. Sangster on it. Puck gets taken off her stick. Couple reverses behind the net there. Pass over. Up to McCaddy. McCaddy with some speed. McCaddy stops. Just chips it into the corner. Mitchell out there to play behind her own net. Stopped at the point by McIntyre. McIntyre works in. Shot. Shin pads. Doesn't get through. Back to McIntyre. McIntyre. Working in. Shot. Another blocked shot as the Surge bench is losing their mind. McIntyre still has it. Passes to McCaddy in the corner. McCaddy pass in front. It hit a post. Bounced out. Looks like it's going to be taken out by the Surge. It is. They're going to be able to dump it out and get a change. Much needed change. And that's going to be an icing actually. If they call an icing. They weren't barely just not over the center line. So that tired Surge unit still on the ice. They thought they were able to get off. The ref's discussing something. Puck's dropped. Tied up. Surge come out with it. They look like they might actually get the change this time. Make sure it's across the center line. Change. Field out to play behind her own net. Leaves it there. McIntyre with some speed. Crossing the center line. Into the Surge zone. Working wide. Forced wide. More so like Kim. Puck thrown back to the blue line. Shot from the blue line. Goes well wide. McIntyre has it far board. She leaves it back. It's intercepted by the Surge. They're working up. Poirier working towards the middle. Puck knocked off her stick. Big shot. A big save by Field. Kim has it at the blue line. Kim shot. Big save by Field again. And she holds on to that with a minute 23 remaining. Even though it's a one-goal game, it's a tale of two very different teams at this moment. The puck goes all the way out to the Surge blue line, and it gets knocked right back up. The Selects have it, working their way up. Francis McDonald dumps it in. LeBlanc plays it behind her own net. It's reversed. Picked up by Gridden. She throws it over. Gets dumped in. 1 minute remaining in the second period. It's still 1-0. Almost intercepted there. The puck gets knocked back. Working in. Throws towards the net. Big save by LeBlanc. Back to the point. Trying to just chip it into the corner. Puck up behind the net. It's tied up behind the net. 25 seconds remaining. Comes out to the side. Just knocked away before Select player is able to put their stick on it. Back to the other corner. Rosong tries to throw it up. It's intercepted. Knocked away again. Selects have it at the point. It's chipped up and into the Selects bench. That will be a face-off with 6 seconds remaining in the period. Down in the Surge zone, it looks like. Puck's dropped. Won by the Surge. It's in the corner, and that's how the second period ends. We've played 40 minutes here in the Hector. After 2. Surge 1. Selects nothing. Don't go too far. We'll be right back after a quick intermission for the third and final period of this game. Once again, welcome back into the Hector Arena here in beautiful Pictou, Nova Scotia. The home of, dare I say, the best rink fries in the province. I would go so far as say in the country. As we get ready for the third period here between the visiting Lindsay Surge and the hometown, the Northern Subway Selects. After 40 minutes of play, it's still 1-0. That goal coming in just 9 minutes into the game by Neve Robertson. The first period, a lot of back and forth action. Not so much in the second as the Surge really grabbed a stranglehold on the game. Still, thanks to the work of that lady crossing the screen right there, Amy Field, it's a 1-goal game. Even as the Surge outshot the Selects 13-4 in the second period. She stopped all 13 shots, and that's why it's still 1-0. However, it's still anyone's game here. As we head into the third period, both teams talking it over one last time. Refs skating to their position. We are ready to go to get this third and final period underway. Both teams skate towards the face-off dot. Eisner and McLean. Won by McLean. It's knocked back. McIntyre is going to knock it up forward. Surge working with it. Centering pass is kicked away. McIntyre swung at it and missed. This is knocked down to the other side. Selects desperately trying to get it out of their own zone. MacArthur knocks it up. She takes an accidental stick to the face. There will be no call. Puck's going all the way back down. MacArthur back up to play it alongside the blue line. She drops it off there. It's chipped into the Surge zone. We picked up by McLean. McLean with it back in her own zone. She chips it off the boards. It's held in there by the point, by the Surge, thrown right back behind the Selects net. McIntyre with it. She throws it up alongside the boards. It just barely gets out. MacArthur will pick it up in the neutral zone. Makes one defender miss, but then it's knocked off her stick. Surge will have it. They knock it up. And Burst chips it right back into the zone. The Surge zone. Burst has it behind the net. She gets pinned up against the wall. Puck's knocked off her stick. Puck gets thrown right back behind the net. Joseph misses the puck. It'll be knocked back in. The Surge will still have it. Chip behind the net. Robertson, the lone goal scorer. Robertson working her way through the neutral zone. Chips it in. Joseph giving chase. She'll get to the puck. Will be chipped up at the point. Misses the one-timer. Puck scoops out of the ice. The zone. Spin move made center ice there by Gridden. Shot. Glove save by LeBlanc. She holds on to it. As that was a nice move there in the neutral zone. Caddy rolling in against McCormick for the face-off draw. One back by the Surge. Pinned up against the wall. Just behind the net there. Puck comes out. Kim. Outlet pass. Misses everything. Icing's waved off. Field will play it. She passes it up to Francis McDonald. Buffett knocks it in. Back to Buffett. Buffett working around the corner. Puck's taken off her stick. McIntyre will lose it. McCormick just dumps it into the corner. Surge will have it. Chipped out by the Selects. Puck gets knocked up in the air. London fighting for it. It's Sangster. Sangster working into the zone. Puck's knocked off her stick. McCaddy will pick it up. McCaddy trying to go the other way. Cross ice pass. Puck's just knocked into the Surge zone. Picked up. Knocked back in by McLean. McLean trying to make something happen. Vint along the other side. London has the puck going towards the Select zone. She chips it into the zone. She'll get the puck back on her stick. Centering pass, no one there. It hits a skate and goes wide. Pass back up. Rossong just dumps it right back in. Field back behind her net to play it. Puck almost got in front of the net there for a wide open Sangster. But the Selects working their way out of the zone. Puck's knocked off the ice. It's McLean. McLean centering pass just gets patted away there by LeBlanc. And here come the Surge. London pushing in. She just chips it in and she wants a change. Burst will play it behind the net. Her stick gets lifted. McLean going into the corner. There's upcoming penalty towards the Selects. Play is blown dead. In just 4.5 minutes into this period, lots of back and forth action, but the Surge will get their third opportunity on the power play thus far. So far 0 for 2. One was just 40 seconds as they took a penalty quickly. That was way back in the first period. Second period 0 for 1 on the power play. Trying to change the story here in the third period. Select's trying to keep this game close. Puck's dropped. One back by the Surge. Surge will be working back towards the blue line. Pass over. Shot. Goes just wide. Picked back up alongside the fireboards. Rossing. Passes it back. Works in. Shot. Tipped in front. Just goes wide. Burst will have it for the Select. She loses it. She's fighting for it back. Puck comes out of the corner. Burris. That'll be taken and just dumped down all the way down. LeBlanc out behind her own net to play it. Back behind the net. Rossan. Sorry about that. Comes up. Working her way in. She gets taken down. Pass across ice. Shot. Hits shin pads. Comes back out. Lecky. Shot. Just blocked in front. That was a high quality opportunity there for the Surge, trying to double their lead here in the third period. Puck gets chipped back alongside the boards. Robertson working towards the center of the ice. Puck gets knocked off her stick. Makes a move towards the center of the ice. Puck gets knocked out past the reach of the Surge defender. Goes all the way down. Select's getting a change. So are the Surge. Surge working their way up. Passes it up, working in. 13 seconds left on the power play. McCormick has it alongside the near boards. McCormick working in. Shot. Goes wide. That's going to go all the way to the blue line. Tran picks it up. It's knocked off her stick. That'll come out. She's able to pick it back up. Knocks it back in McCormick's direction. Puck gets knocked to Poirier. Poirier working her way in. She turns around, just fires it towards the corner. Gets knocked down. Eventually makes it towards the corner. McCormick behind the Select's net. Back to the point. Kim. Tran just backhands it back into the corner. Chip behind the net to McCormick. McCormick just stops it there. Select's trying to get it out. McCormick just tosses it right back into the corner. Select's trying to get it out. It's chipped up. Knocked away by Tran by McLean. McLean shot. Blocker save. Rebound. Can't get there. The second shot. MacArthur sent it just wide. Tran chips it up. London. She chips it up. Pass McIntyre will retreat back in her own zone. She picks it up this time. Her pass just past MacArthur. And that will go down for an icing. So during that whole thing, we are back to even strength. So the Slugs kill off their third penalty of the day. Only one shot on that power play there for the Surge. Slugs had a couple good opportunities there at the end there. Mitchell has the puck back at the blue line. She dumps it down. Sangster just past her stick. She has Burris up against the wall in the corner. Puck comes out. Sangster back to the point. Shot from the point. It's tipped down. And that's just going to be knocked all the way down towards LeBlanc. That's going to be blown down for an icing. It looked like they believed that they thought they were still on the penalty kill as the refs try to get the right players back out on the ice. Puck's drop. One ball to Selects. It's wrapped around. Burris trying to get it out. Still very tired. Selects group out on the ice. McIntyre has it. She tries to chip it up the boards. Mitchell keeps it in at the blue line. Wraps around the boards to the far side. Burris with some speed. McLean makes a move at the blue line. Makes another move. Just out of her reach though. It's picked up. Back to the blue line. Burris just throws it in. Bounces past everybody. Goes behind the net. Mitchell and MacArthur battling for it. It's chipped back to McLean. Wrap around, centering pass, knocked it away. MacArthur throws it back to the blue line. Shot, knocked away in front. Puck's bouncing, London picks it up. London tries to chip it up, McCormick. This tired Selects group still on the ice. Shot goes well wide of Field. Battle alongside the boards, thrown in front. Burris will pick it up. Burris chips it up the boards. It's thrown right back in by Rossong. Passed up. Rossong throws it up towards the Surge bench. Battle for it, gets into the Surge zone. It's knocked right back to Burris. Burris throws it across. She desperately trying to get off the ice. Pass up to Joseph. Her pass just wide. It's batted around the neutral zone. Eventually thrown upward behind the net. LeBlanc leaves it there. Lecky gets it out. McCaddy though takes the puck around center ice. Ashton Mahady knocks it in. Puck's around Robertson, up to Joseph. Joseph into the Select zone. She's working down, centering pass, just goes wide of everything. We're just over halfway through this third period of action here in the Hector. It's chipped up. Morrow working with it. Another one of those three players who were recognized before tonight's game for graduating after this year. Passed over. Shot goes well wide. Picked up alongside the boards. Puck's knocked off the stick. Kim picks it up. Back behind the net to Tran. Tran working up. Pass to Robertson knocked off her stick. Batted around McLean. Hallie Rose McLean loses the puck. Robertson catching the Selects change, and Burris gets back at top. Shot. Big save there by Field. There's a pile of bodies there. I'm not sure who's going to get a penalty here. Whistle's blown. There's a tripping call, and that will be against. It looks like it's going against the Surge. It is. It's Eliezer going to the box. 2 minutes for tripping. Biggest moment of the game coming up. 2-minute power play for the Selects. 8:54 remaining in the game, and they are down by 1. They haven't had much going for them the last little bit, but here's a great opportunity to get the momentum back on their side and tie up the game. McIntyre has it at the point. She goes back to McLean. McLean back to McIntyre. Across the ice to Burris. Burris loses the puck. She's going to work down into the corner. Centering pass. And McLean was just tied up there. She couldn't get to it. The puck's dumped all the way back down, and the Surge bench is cheering. The Surge side of the rink getting into it here as McIntyre picks up the puck. She's going to go for a skate. She gets across the center line. She gets into the zone, drops it back. McLean working in. Her shot. Big save there by LeBlanc. And that puck's dumped all the way down. As a new unit will come on for the Surge. Burris. Long pass up there. Vint loses the puck. Back to Vint. Vint has it in the corner. MacArthur working down. Towards the corner, MacArthur behind the net. Back to the point. Works in, fans on the shot. Puck gets knocked out of the zone. Just over halfway through this power play here. McIntyre back with it. Goes up for Vint. Vint tips it up. It's thrown back into the zone. Almost a break there for the Surge. McLean has it. McLean working in. The captain driving towards the net. Tries a backhand in front of the net. That's knocked away. Throws it back to the point. Can't handle the pass. And that comes out. Falling down. And here comes a break here for the Surge. She gets taken down. Asking for a penalty of the Surge. They don't get it. Gould has it. Going back the other way. Just dumps it into the zone. And we are even strength. Huge kill there for the Surge. What a missed opportunity for the Selects. Kim has it. Kim just knocks it up. McCaddy dumps it in. Still loads of time left in this game. McCormick with a burst of speed going into the Select zone. Trying to win the foot race, but Burris is there. Burris loses the puck. McCormick pass in front, and that's just tipped wide. It's passed up McCaddy. McCaddy has the puck. She dumps it in. LeBlanc out to play it behind her own net. Shot. Big save there by LeBlanc. 6 minutes and 2 seconds remaining in this game. A lot of energy on one side of the rink, not so much on the other, even though it's only a 1-goal game. Puck's dropped. One back by the Surge. Chipped up out of the glass. Robertson's going to take it out. Robertson with some speed. She just dumps it into the zone. Racing back for it are the Selects. Back behind their own net. Burris. She can move. Burris with some speed through the neutral zone. She's being forced out wide. Driving towards the net. Shot just goes high. What an effort there by Burris. Puck gets thrown back into the zone. Lucky has it. It's knocked off her stick. Select trying to go the other way. Trying to get some momentum back here. 5.5 remaining in this game. Puck goes behind the Surge net. Up to Robertson. Robertson's pass to Lecky. Lecky makes a couple people miss. She passes it to Joseph. Joseph fighting for it. Still has it. It's knocked away by McIntyre. Going the other way. A lot of tired bodies out on the ice right now. Trying to get towards the net. Not to be. McCaddy pushing the pile into the corner. Puck comes out. It's Surge have it. McCaddy intercepts it. Back to the point. McIntyre slap shot. Hits shin pads. Robertson might have a break. She doesn't. The Selects win the foot race. Joseph just backhands it in. McIntyre will pick it up. They try to set things the other way. McIntyre dumps it down, all the way down. That will be an icing against the Selects. 4:27 remaining in this game. 1-0 is still the score. It's been the score for a majority of this game. Starting to get do or die time here for the Slacks. Puck's drop. Tied up. One back. McCaddy picks it up. McCaddy reverses. Throws it. McIntyre working her way up into neutral zone. Loses the puck. Kim picks it up. Partner pass to Tran. Tran throws it up to Iser. Iser working it. It's a 2-on-1. Iser back. Up. Shoots. Goal! Off the post. It went off the crossbar. Everyone thought it went in except the ref, who did have the best view in the house. Almost a premature goal call there. That went over Field's head and hit the crossbar. Surge still have it in the zone. Pass to Tran. Tran shot from the point, tipped and hit the post as well. MacArthur trying to get it out. It's kept in. Pass back. Desperately trying to get this out. Surge are fine now. Shot just goes wide. London try to go short side. Sanks are in a battle alongside the corner for it. Vint is in there for the Selects. Refs yelling to move at 3 minutes remaining. Going the other way. It's dumped in. Puck's knocked around in the boards. MacArthur's in the battle for it. Still digging for it. It comes out to MacArthur. MacArthur moves it over Burris. Burris shot. Big save. Rebound up for grabs. It comes out. Still up for grabs. Throws it back to the point. Shot. Another save. Or that went wide. Richards has it. Richards throws it in front. Burris comes in. Burris slap shot. Big save. Paddled aside by LeBlanc. Burris gets her own rebound. She chips it out. She's been held up against the boards. Puck goes back to the point. Shot. That's knocked away into the corner. And that's going to be chipped out. 2:10 remaining in this game. Pass is intercepted by the Surge. Over to Buffett. Buffett working in. Back to the give it go. Tic-tac-toe. The shot just went high. Selects now trying to go the other way. Shot. Big pad save by LeBlanc. Buffett going the other way. Buffett works in. Pass. Shot. Glove save by Field. McCaddy has the puck by her own blue line. She knocks it up to McLean. McLean working in. Shot. Big pad save by LeBlanc. Battle for it. McCaddy throws it in front. Can't be handled. Empty net for the Selects. Extra attacker on. It's dumped into the Surge zone. Selects will have it. MacArthur. MacArthur gets knocked off her stick. It's chipped up and towards the blue line. It's chipped back in. McCormick steals it. McCormick pass. That's going to be dumped all the way down. And that will go down for an icing with 58.6 seconds left in the game. There will be an offensive zone draw here for the Selects. Selects call timeout. Some great chances for the Selects in the last couple seconds, but Rebecca LeBlanc just shutting the door. As both goalies have played fantastic so far here today. Shots equal 23-23. As the Selects have made a huge push here in this third period, as the Surge did last period. As the buzzer sounds, timeout's over. We got 58 and just and a half seconds to settle this game. And as we have a moment, I'd like to point out Rebecca LeBlanc has one of the best masks I have seen around a rink in a long time. I don't know who did her custom goalie mask, but it is a work of art. As it draws one back by the Selects, back to McIntyre at the point. Her pass cross to Burst. Burst fans on the one-timer, going the other way. It's McCormick. McCormick looking to ice it. Her shot just goes wide of the empty net. Centering pass gets knocked away. Desperation, there's bodies alongside the ice. Richards makes a move at her own blue line. She's into the opposing zone. Shot. Big save by LeBlanc. 30 seconds remaining. McCormick was oh so close to icing it. And the Surge call timeout. Try to settle it down here a little bit. It's going to be a 6-on-5 for 30 seconds. The Surge desperately trying to kill off this 30 seconds like it's a penalty. The Selects desperately trying to bury it and send this to an extra frame. It is loud in this rink, as everybody here has been treated to an excellent game of hockey thus far, and we're not done yet. Puck's dropped, won by the Surge. It's taken, it's thrown up the ice. Robertson has it. Robertson into the zone. She loses the puck, aids it back, and just dumps it in deeper. Richards taking it behind her own net. Richards passes it up. It's knocked up. MacArthur goes over his stick. Robertson knocks it back in. 10 seconds left. Burrs has it. Burrs chips it up to McLean. The Surge are losing their minds. Work it in. Shot. Save. That's the game. The Surge come in to pick down and take down the Selects 1-0. An excellent game played by both teams. Rebecca LeBlanc gets the shutout and the win for the Surge. But Amy Field turned away 22 of 23 herself as she played a great game. Robertson, the lone goal scorer. If there were 3 stars and I got to give them out, those would be 1, 2, and 3. As the drive home is going to be that much sweeter for the Surge. On behalf of all High Button Sports, I'd like to say thank you for tuning in today and joining me. We'd like to hopefully see you guys sometime soon.